So much energy here in the house tonight. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale of the tape. It's Roy Jones Jr., 80 kilos on the... It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at the...
This bout is scheduled.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Oh, he took that jab well. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Good counter punching. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Neither fighter willing to slow down. This is a high-octane battle. That hook was off target. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. He threw a punch and just got countered. Just missed with that hook. Well done with that counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take
great work. Stay focused. Don't move back into the fight.
On to the second round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. He misses with that straight left. to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
Oh, that was a fighter had an excellent reach, an unassuming reach. If you've got a good reach, it just really befuddles your opponent, because when they're out, they think you're out of range. Bam, you catch them with a jab. And if you catch them on the end of a jab, it takes and befuddles a fighter.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Hook misses. There's a counter shot. That left hook missed. Caution is being thrown to the wind. The right hook just missed. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The bell rings and we start the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
In the bill, Lawrence Okoli rocked and down he goes. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You'd like to see more jabs. The stamina is off the charts. Lawrence Okoli caught with a thunderous shot. huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will... Here we go to the 4th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting every...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. A Coley may go down here. And apparently no rest for the... Did you see that? This is what a Coley did not want to do. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What are they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Do you believe what we're seeing? Those counter punches have to hurt. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. That jab misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Incredible work rate. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
We don't care. Go out and great work. I love that. I love that. The jab's slick.
Posted for this entire fight, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tough...
Beautiful. That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there.
Barely 3 minutes away. Go out, and in the first minute, stick him in the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace and get your momentum back and win the round back. Take away that confidence and stop him in his tracks.
You're smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work.
It's boxing. Just be smart. Get your shots off and don't give him a...
Ends on the end and what you do. Good work.
On to the 5th we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. offense all the time. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? He misses with that straight left. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Coley in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out if you prepare.
Let's start the sixth. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Big whiff with the right hook. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. He can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you've cheated, now we're going to find out.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. The straight right just misses. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Lawrence Okolie caught with a thunderous shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. talk about a Coley in that last round. Stamina is always an issue. And there's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
And he misses with that straight left. That hook was off target. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
And he scores with the counter. They both want the knockout. The straight right just misses. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
That hook doesn't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That hook won't score. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The jab doesn't quite connect. They got out of the way of that right hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about a Coley in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much...
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Stay focused.
Back together and put him back in his place. You've done all that.
Good work out there. The jab's working nice. Those one together.
I need to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, and get that jab back.
And there's the bell for round 8. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an ending out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Nobody home with that hook. You don't want to trade shots. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The straight right just misses. endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and...
The referee taking a look here, and if the fighter can't see, the fighter can't fight. And it looks like this fight will continue. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Insane action. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The judges have spoken a unanimous decision.
Ooh.